Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now. At the Ivy League school in Smithtown, the student body is up to their eyeballs in supermarket bags, all in an effort to save the planet.
We've spent a month really concentrating on our environment and the earth and how fragile it is. And what we've decided to do was to try and bring home to the children what really occurs and how many plastic bags, for instance, we use over the course of a month just in bringing things home from the supermarket.
Class after class marched onto the field carrying a seemingly endless rope of plastic bags.
We recycled the bags and we made a giant line, and we're going to try to walk around the campus with all the bags we recycled.
We have a 16-acre campus. The boys and girls know how large our campus is. We thought it would be a great idea to use the magnitude of our campus to show the plastic bags and how many we have.
This is super long and we're gonna make it to the end of the world.
To put it mildly, they had a lot of bags. The line of bags that was supposed to go from one end of campus to the other is now on its way back to the beginning.
I'm actually very surprised. I didn't think there'd be this many bags at all. Like, I thought maybe like the size of a football field at the most, but this is just outrageous.
I'm probably gonna recycle all the bags that I have at home.
So how long is this line of bags? Students took their best guess.
Like 1 million, like really long. A lot of feet. I don't know. We can't even count. It's probably too much to count. A billion gazillion. No, a trillion gazillion million.
While a trillion gazillion million feet may be a little bit on the high side, we caught up with Ruben as he gathers concrete data.
What I'm doing is I'm walking the entire perimeter of where the bags stretch across our entire campus. Right now we're at 1,000.
Okay.
1,000 feet.
This is a lot of bags.
This display of plastic will stimulate conversations about conservation.
Well, we're talking about how long something takes to decompose, to go back into nature. And what we've talked about is the fact that plastic doesn't really decompose. And where are we putting our garbage? And what's the garbage doing to our soil and our water? We live on Long Island. We have a very fragile ecosystem. And that ecosystem is in jeopardy.
We revisit Ruben as he reaches the end of the line.
All right, we have 1,634 feet and 8 inches. That would be about a third of a mile.
To put that into perspective, the Empire State Building is 1,250 feet. Even if you include the communication antenna, this 1,634-foot line of bags surpasses the tip by almost 200 feet.
Fairly small population school. Imagine what a full public school would do. That would be insanity.
This environmental demonstration will now be tied into the Ivy League curriculum.
Rather than learning from textbooks, we're learning from experience. We used math, we used science as components to this. Certainly we talked about miles, yards, and how many yards are in a mile, and those kinds of parameters, so that when we finally did lay the plastic bags end to end, and we did spread it out over a third of a mile, we'll now go back and we'll talk about how many yards that is, how many feet that is. You can talk about science components of how long it would take a plastic bag to decompose, and what does that do, and what are the chemicals that are used to make the plastic bags. So at Ivy League, we spend that kind of time. They're relevant lessons that youngsters walk away with. Our kids are not going to forget what they did today, and then apply that to their life in addition to their studies.